Hey guys, and welcome back to Sunrider Academy. So I guess let's just continue. I narrowly leapt out of the way and took cover behind a tree. She laughed as she soaked the tree with water. That's improper use of school equipment. Fortunately, the water lost pressure and the stream limped down into a trickle. I've got her now. You've got a lot to answer for. Eek! I marched towards her. She backed herself into a tree. Into a tree? Okay, I got her now. Now, isn't it time you explained what happened to the dues? Not yet. Asaga gave the tree a kick. Fly, my children! I looked up and saw the horde of pissed-off birds sitting on the branches. They all glared at me as if I had just ate their young. What the? Suddenly, the world was enveloped in flapping wings and feathers as the birds attacked me. Yo! Bad end killed by the birds. What? And so I, Kato Shield, became the first to fall in the line of duty. Whoever knew that being on the student council could be a matter of life or death? Oh, okay then. Are you alright? My senses returned to me. Maybe I overdid it a bit. A bit? You nearly turned me into bird food. Sorry. Oh! The girl picked a feather off my head and held it in front of me. It's pretty! Pretty my ass. I crossed my arms. I'm Kato Shields from the Student Council. The president says that you have been behind on your dues. Dues, you ask? Let's see. Altogether, I think you owe the school 600 credits. 600 credits? You could buy a nuclear warhead for that amount. No, you couldn't, you moron. In what kind of universe would a weapon of mass destruction be that cheap? Well, well, the truth is, the girl suddenly protracted herself before me and held up her credit chip. I'm sorry, I can only offer 10 creds. 10 creds? This isn't the due. Nope, it's a bribe, Mr. Manager. Oi, what? You think this is, Ongas and you can just bribe your way through everything? I apologize, I sighed. So what happened to the dues? I honestly do not know, Mr. Manager. You are the captain of the Kendo Club, aren't you? That I am, Mr. Manager. So isn't it your responsibility to gather the dues from the members and send it to the student council? That it is, Mr. Manager. But the truth is, people come and go so quickly, and well, asking for money up front makes the first-year students reluctant to join. I'm sorry, I have no idea whether we've even bothered to collect dues the past 3 years. How can you even operate a club without dues? So, I guess nothing is going to be resolved, huh? Oh. Are we going to get disbanded, Mr. Manager? She eyed me with huge puppy eyes. Ugh. Whatever. I've been put in charge by the president to put the problem clubs back in order, so I guess I can manage the Kendo Club until you've paid off the back dues. Does this mean you're giving us another chance? I shrugged. That's what I'm here to do, I suppose. Alright! Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Manager. I'll put the Kendo Club back to working order in no time at all, you'll see! Wha what a sudden change in emotion. I'm Asuka Okran, the captain of the Kendo Club. Nice to meet ya. She took my hand over, vigorously. L Likewise, as I said, I'm Kato Shields, the new vice president of the student council. I look forward to working with you, Mr. Manager. My name has been replaced with the title already. I got Asaga's contact info and her club times onto my holo. Starting tomorrow, I'll have to work hard to fix everything. Everything! I made my way to the science lab. I really hope whoever's in charge of the science club was more normal than that crazy captain. Just as that thought passed, an enormous explosion shook the floor. The science lab's steel door flew from its hinges and a fireball erupted from within. Did I just witness a fatal accident? I ran into the science lab, coughing in the thick smoke. Inside, I saw an unconscious girl sprawled on the floor. I picked her up in a panic. Hey, are you all right? She rubbed her face ruefully, somehow miraculously unhurt by the prior fireball. I guess I have to change the recipe. Suddenly, she noticed that I was holding her and jumped away. Ah! She looked at me fearfully. Awkward silence. Okay. The girl looked around, still in a daze. Welcome to the bakery club. Would you like to try one of the muffins? The bakery club? But I thought this was... I looked around. Lab beakers, check. Chemistry sets, check. Lab coats, check. There's no doubt about it. This is definitely the science club. There's no way... The girl offered a tray of muffins. They're quite good. Normally, I would not accept food from a complete stranger, especially those who miraculously survive catastrophic lab accidents. And there was something strange about these muffins. Their exquisite aroma, their fluffy form, the perfectly decorated canned fruit on top. I couldn't help but take a bite. Holy! I had to research for days to find out how to replicate the fruit. Before I realized it, the entire muffin was gone. I resisted looking at the tray of more muffins. I wiped the crumbs from my mouth. I'm Kato Shields from the Student Council. I heard from the president that your club forgot to submit its membership report this year. Oh. I looked around the empty lab. Clearly there was nobody else here. Are you the chairperson? She nodded her head yes. Are there any other members? She shook her head no. Is this really the bakery club? What happened to all the other members? They graduated. All of them? Yes. So, what's the full story? It all started in my second year. A group of seniors suddenly came to me and said they needed me for the science club no matter what. All I was interested in was the baking club, but the seniors really insisted that I join the science club instead. They even let me use the matter replicator to make pastries, so long as I helped them with some research from time to time. So I'm guessing that these seniors all graduated and now you're the only member? She nodded yes. You know, if a club doesn't have at least 5 members, it has to be disbanded. Oh, I thought so. I guess I can just use the oven at home instead. Don't worry, your club's not getting disbanded. In fact, the president told me to get this club back in working order. Eh? You only need 4 more members, right? The club recruitment festival's next week. I'm sure you can recruit enough people then. Anyways, I'll be managing your club from now on. Let's try our best to recruit more members, alright? Chigara, Chigara Ashada. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Manager. My descent into becoming a walking title continued. Oh, and be more careful from now on. We can't have any more of those explosions. Understood. I sincerely did not want any casualties under my watch. It would be bad if someone were to lose an arm or an eye from an explosion like that. I got Chigara's ID on my holo. Looks like I've got a lot on my plate this year. There was just one more club to visit. It was getting late. I wasn't sure if anyone from the swim club would still be here. I entered the pool. Nope, the lights were out, and the pool wasn't even filled with water yet. Looks like the swim club wasn't here. I'll have to come back tomorrow. Just as I was about to leave, I saw someone at the top of the diving board. Oh god. What the? She was about to jump off. Oh shit, no. I ran up the diving platform, yelling my lungs out. Wait! It's just the beginning of the term. Things can get better. The girl looked at me blankly, not a trace of emotion on her face. Don't be stupid! It's still too early to throw your life away. She walked away from the diving board and returned to the platform. She was ghostly pale and showed as much emotion as a stone pillar. Seriously, what was wrong with this girl, trying to commit suicide on the first day of school? The school has counselors who can help you. There's no need to do something so drastic. She looked at me and tilted her head. I looked down into the pool. We were so high up that I couldn't even see the floor in the darkness. Just looking down made me dizzy. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. You were trying to dive off thinking the pool was filled with water? And you were so completely lost in your thoughts that you never noticed the pool was empty in the first place? I rubbed my face, shocked at the revelation. Had I arrived just a second later, she would have been a pancake at the bottom of the pool. She still stared at me, completely unfazed by the fact she narrowly escaped appearing on the morning news. Why would you do a thing like that? You know it's dangerous to use the pool without the lights on. Practice. Practice? Ugh. You wouldn't happen to be the captain of the swim club, would you? She nodded her head. Ugh. She really looked another piece of work. With captains like these, no wonder these clubs have trouble. I'm Kato Shields from the student council. We should talk somewhere else. We got off the diving platform. As I was saying, I'm from the student council. You haven't got membership forms from the swim club for the past year. You wouldn't happen to have them somewhere, would you? She tilted her head. I figured as much. Look, if you're the captain of a club, you have to comply with certain rules. What? You don't even know what a membership form looks like? Hey, I opened my holo and opened one of the forms. It's one of these things. She looked at my holo curiously. You've never even seen a holo before? How do you not have a holo? You need it to do schoolwork and talk to friends. You mean to say you still write down everything on pen and paper? What? You're too poor to afford technology. I scratched my hair in frustration. I thought the kendo and science clubs would be challenging, but this was a new difficulty tier of its own. There's no need for you to apologize. It's not your fault you don't have enough money to afford a holo. I'll just get a stack of paper copies from the student council room. Make sure you fill them out, though. The president told me to manage the swim club until it comes into full compliance with the school's rules. I look forward to working with you. What's your name? Sola. No last name? The mystery thickens. Since Sola didn't have a holo, there was no way to contact her except in person. This was going to complicate things. By now, it was late. It's already after hours. You should head home. We'll take care of this tomorrow. After bidding Sola goodbye, I went home. Well, we can already tell which one is going to be the quote-unquote harder one of the bachelorettes. So many things happened, and it was only the first day of school. It was obvious that this was going to be a very busy year for me. Who knew what things would turn out this way? Or that things would turn out this way. Whoops. Club manager, huh? And all I wanted were just better uniforms. Just what have I gotten myself into? It is now the second day of school. You are now free to control Kato as you wish. How will he survive this year? Only you can decide. You should be careful of bad ends. If you trigger all the conditions for a bad end, then your adventure will end. For now, there is only one condition. Condition 1. Ensure that all clubs have at least 5 members by the end of day 1 next week. Good luck, Mr. Manager. It's morning. Time to go to class. Oh, it's Mr. Manager! Good morning, Mr. Manager. Good morning. Huh, I guess we're in the same class. I'm surprised. I didn't notice yesterday. What a coincidence, eh? To be in the same class with Mr. Manager. This will make communicating easier. Do you two know each other? Yeah, this is my old pal Chigara. I was surprised such a loud girl could become friends with someone as shy as Chigara. I guess what they say about opposites attracting was true. It seems like just yesterday when I saved Chigara from those hoodlums. Asaga, those were just... Luckily, I had my boken handy to chase them away. Listen, Chigara, you've got to be careful in this town. You never know when a bad guy might take advantage of a poor defenseless girl like you. Like I keep trying to say. Whatever Chigara was trying to tell Asaga, it was pretty obvious that Asaga was not listening. The bell rang, signaling the beginning of class. Oh, it's time to get cracking! Asaga ran to her seat and opened up her holo. We should get to work too. Chigara smiled and returned to her seat. Bye. Yeah, intelligence. Lunchtime, where should I eat? Oh, how about the cafeteria? Sure, let's go. Nom nom nom. I returned to my seat. Hey, Mr. Manager, do you usually eat downstairs? Yeah, both my parents work, so my mom's too busy to prepare meals. I see. Too bad. You don't have a lovely girl to make you a homemade lunch every day, eh, Mr. Manager? Oi, I don't need something so luxurious. Just then, I was reminded of my bet with, Mare. My heart sank. Ugh, Asaga was right. I wasn't even close enough to a girl to have her cook for me. Why did I have to make such a stupid bet with Mare? There was no way I was going to get a girlfriend by the end of the year. Don't worry, Mr. Manager. You'll find someone in no time. Just then the bell rang, signaling the beginning of class. Asaga gave me a wink and went back to her desk. Eating a lunch made by a girl would be nice. So far, you can only eat in the cafeteria and the courtyard. Getting a homemade lunch will allow you to eat at more locations, opening up more possibilities. You should find out a way to get a homemade lunch if you want to make the most out of your lunch break. Okay, class time! Class is concluded for the day. It's time for club activities. The first requirement of running a club in Sunrider Academy is that it must have at least 5 members. If any club has less than 5 members after the recruitment festival, then it will be disbanded and you will receive a bad end. In order to recruit more members, simply select the club you wish to oversee and press Recruit. Watch out for the Club Recruitment Festival at the beginning of the year. Recruiting on that day will increase your recruitment effectiveness by 10 times. So far, the Science Club is most in need of additional members. Make sure it is not disbanded next week. Good luck, Mr. Manager. Okay, so Science Club Recruit. Oh no! Well, this is where I'm gonna end it. We did bad with recruitment this time, but that's okay, I guess. So, we finished the whole tutorial thing and meeting all of the girls and the clubs, whatever. So, I guess we did that at least. So, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already subscribed to become part of the legacy today, I will see you guys in the next video. So, bye-bye!